I'm getting pulled over.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. State police, you have a license on you?
I have my driver's license.
Okay. All right. So listen, you know why I'm stopping you?
I ran the amber. It wasn't red yet. I was under it.
It was red, dear, because I was in the intersection there, and it was red for me, so it was definitely red for you. All right. Where are you coming from now?
The gym.
The gym?
Yeah.
Which gym do you go to?
Planet Fitness.
Okay. It's 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it like a key fob to get in?
No, there's employees.
No. 24/7 there's employees? Okay.
On Mondays through Thursdays.
Oh, okay. Do they still do like the pizza parties every now and then?
I'm vegan, so I don't care if they do.
All right. Do you have the registration on your car?
No.
No.
I mean, like physically?
Yeah. Do you live in PA or do you live out here now?
I live in Jamestown now. I just moved here.
I got you.
I'm sure you guys noticed all those very personal questions that were being asked from that police officer that was pulling this woman over in New York, as a state trooper in New York, for running a red light. She disputed it a bit, but it went to the gym. Is there a key fob to get in? Do you work out all night? Is it every night? Damn it. Are there employees there or do you go in alone? Is there anyone following you when you're there? Is there any security involved? Do they have pizza parties? Maybe he's just trying to be nice. But he's about to give a ticket, so I'm not sure how far those niceties go. But this is a story about how this isn't the first time she had interactions with this police officer in her same route, coming from the gym, which makes her wonder, there's a lot of questions. What is he doing? Why does he want to know this stuff? And why do I keep seeing him? Here's her talking about it more.
The night this happened, I shared it to Facebook and it went viral with over 1 million views. And since then, I keep seeing the same state trooper when I'm leaving the gym. Last night, I saw him pulling someone over right on my route home, like within a mile from my gym on the same street he pulled me over on. I saw him tonight and I turned around because I was like, what is he doing? I don't know if he saw me driving past him, but I turned around. I like went up the block, turned left, turned back around, got on the highway. And I was just like creeping around. I'm like, something isn't right. Is he driving to my gym? Like, is he following me because he knows the gym I go to? So I started recording the whole thing. Watch what happened.
Wow, she's gunning for my job. She's setting this next video up very well. She said she was followed the second time she saw him and he didn't necessarily pull over, but then this is what happened when she then saw him again. It actually went down. Let's watch.
He keeps driving past me when I'm leaving the gym, and it happened again tonight. And I was like, I'm gonna turn around the block and see where he's going. I couldn't find him, so I started driving home. I gave up, and look what happened.
That's the state trooper. That's the state trooper. That was the state trooper. He just made a U-turn. He made a U-turn. It's the state trooper, and he's right behind me, and he made a U-turn. I told you I wasn't paranoid. It's him. I knew I would find him, too, because he follows me home from the gym. I told you I can't make this up. Oh, this is crazy. I'm so glad you guys told me to record it. He's pulling me over. I can't make it up, but I got it on film this time. I got it on film. I told you. I told you.
Okay, so this cop is pulled over, asked all these questions. He circles around. She sees him all the time coming back from the gym. By the way, it's middle of the night because he was talking about 24/7. So she goes to the middle of the night gym that's open all the time. So it's a scary part of the evening as well. This is what happened during that traffic stop that she just set up there. Was it a legitimate stop? Let's watch.
I can't believe he pulled me over again. I've seen him 3 nights in a row now when I'm leaving the gym. He drives right by me. Last night, he was pulling someone else over. Tonight, he pulled me over again. Hi, officer. I'm good. How about you?
Do you have your license on you?
Yeah.
So listen, I'm just stopping. You didn't have your seatbelt back on there, Drill. Did you have your seatbelt on the whole time?
I do.
Oh, okay. All right. Where you headed to? Back to PA?
No, I'm going home.
Okay. All right. You're all set.
Oh, okay.
I'll see ya.
Thank you. This is insane. I don't understand. It's this viral video. I guarantee it. I posted the whole encounter on Facebook. It went viral with 1 million views last week when it happened. Maybe he saw it and now he's out for my head? Was this like a warning? Quit posting videos about me or you're gonna get it? Is that what this is? Like, what is this cat and mouse game he's playing with me?
Of course, many people were on her side, Jessica, and other folks said, you're just paranoid. He just chills in that spot because that's his beat. Does she have a reason to be concerned?
Yeah, because if that was his beat, he would have stayed in the car and not pulled her over for no reason. That's pretty obvious. The first time he pulled her over, he was like, I know you ran a red light because when I went through it, it was red. Officer, did you just admit to a crime? So you ran the red light. That's not actually how lights work. Like she could have gone through it given she was ahead of him and it could have been yellow and then turned red as he ran it to pull her over because he's very clearly interested in her. You wouldn't ask her all of those questions about her personal life if you were giving her a ticket for running a red light. That's very clearly not his motivation. It's not just his beat. He's not just waiting there. It's clear he's interested in her and is intimidating her. I don't know if he has a hard time picking up chicks in his personal life, so he can only talk to them when he does so forcefully. I don't know what it is, but it begs the question, who polices the police? Who would you call about this situation? The same officer keeps pulling you over. Apparently, who polices the police is TikTok and the users of TikTok.
And people, and I saw a few comments, or people said, of course, these are people's comments about their daily lives, which I'm willing to believe to a degree because when I was in college, I saw cops hanging out trying to pick up college girls. I saw it, but people were saying, I've had cops follow me. I've had cops try and flirt me and then pull me over again. And I see them and they recognize me and remember me. Because again, you give them your ID and there is your address on it. And he asked her, because she was from Pennsylvania apparently, and then she moved to New York. And that's why he asked, you going back to PA? Or are you staying here? Like all these questions are a little troubling. Now, at the end of the whole thing, the reason why we can talk about this, as it kind of eased out, it seems this all kind of ended. Maybe it was due to the postings. Maybe he was never actually the stalker type that she thought. But good news is it does seem to have calmed down. But there was one more, since you're talking about TikTok, I guess, justice. There was a cop, apparently, I'm not sure his background, but he's defending what happened. And he has to poke a few holes through her story. See if you believe him, watch.
In watching some of her other videos, I learned that she's from Jamestown, New York, which is a town of about 28,000 people, so it's not that big. This trooper was also just recently transferred to this zone, and the town of Jamestown just happens to be in the zone in which he patrols. One thing to keep in mind is that police officers are creatures of habit and routine. They'll often sit in the same areas trying to catch speeders, or they'll patrol in the same areas looking for DUIs, for example, which is what I believe this trooper is doing, because she also says that she goes to the gym around the same time of night every night. And she heads home about 1 in the morning, which is the time when the bars begin closing and people are out driving drunk. So the fact that this trooper patrols in a very specific zone and your small town happens to be located within his zone and he's patrolling during a time where he's trying to catch drunk drivers and you're always headed home at that exact time, it's not unfathomable that you would see this officer quite often, especially if you're looking for him. Now, if you do have a stalker, which I don't think you do, and I certainly don't think it's this trooper, and God forbid you should have to call the cops because of this stalker, there's a very good chance that this trooper is one of the officers to show up and help you.
The back end of that was the most cop thing to say. I don't think you have one. Well, based off of just, you can assume that, fine, you can believe that. But if you're the officer that's particularly in a situation and you do get called, it just might be that same trooper. So is the point of saying that to mean stop talking about this because he might have to actually see you face to face and that's scary? Which sounds like you'd be on her side because you shouldn't have to be afraid of law enforcement coming to talk to you about a potential crime. Or is it you're just saying like you'll be embarrassed to see him in front of you? What is the purpose of talking about how bad it'll be if you have to call the cops on the cops? Which I think goes to your point, Jessica. Who polices them? And he's kind of making that subtle point like, yo, who are you gonna call?
Yeah, I don't know why we're giving more funding to the police. This officer seems bored, regardless of his intentions, if he's pulling this girl over on her way home to the gym. And the reason this guy's making this video defending the cop is because it's not about the cop, it's not about the girl, it's not about this situation. It's upholding this kind of patriarchal structure where women are constantly afraid for their lives, doing regular, normal, everyday things. I went to look at apartments just last weekend and started getting hit on by the guy giving the tour who had my ID, he had all of my information. Do you think I'm gonna move into an apartment where you have a master key to get in? Like, it's just so ridiculous constantly how women are put in this position. And this guy is not just defending this one police officer, he's defending the structure that allows that to happen.
100%. And by the way, you can be frustrated that women are afraid of you if you think you're just saying nice things. And I'm sure there've been officers that have actually gotten into relationships based off of someone they pulled over and it's a great love story. And the woman was perfectly fine with it too. I'm sure there's those stories that have existed. But if there's this discomfort with someone, or if you understand that women are uncomfortable with certain situations and you're just upset because that wasn't my intention, that doesn't matter. It's because of previous experiences or what they've seen and done, and maybe friends and family have gone through, that they need to protect themselves. And if they have to protect themselves, it's not personal. It's just because it has happened. And if you try to not acknowledge the reality of our world, you'll just be frustrated and wonder, why do women always so mad? And we're trying to figure out why they're so afraid of us. Because every day something horrific happens to folks. Yes, my wife watches all those crime shows and someone gets assaulted and caught and kidnapped. There's people post about how women watch those shows. It's scary stuff. And many times I heard a comedian say this. She said, we're preparing for if it happens to us, to what we can do. Do guys watch shows and think that way? Just saying, those women might come and kidnap us. Anyways.
Maybe men watch the shows to study the crimes, JR.
No, I didn't say it.